Surprise! Surprise! Hi everybody, my name is Leslie. Normally I do a show in the evening called Lunch with Leslie, and today, or this evening, I'm actually getting ready to prep some marinara sauce to have. Hi everybody, welcome in. I'm actually getting ready to prep some marinara sauce to have in my freezer and in my refrigerator, and so I thought, well, if I'm gonna do that, I should, hey Marcy, good to see you. I thought, well, then I should just go ahead and scope it and let you guys see. So if you're not familiar, if you're new to me, if you're watching on replay anywhere on all the million places that you can watch replay, my name is Leslie. I have a food blog called gotokitchens.com. You can find it right here in the title of the scope. Normally I scope during the day, weekdays at noon Mountain Time. But tonight we're getting a That's awesome. That's awesome, Marcy. I love it. Drinking. I was talking about champagne with somebody today, actually. So, hi, everybody. It's good to see you here. So, if you're new to me, please go check out my food blog. But you know what? This recipe is actually on my food blog, but don't go look at it because I was looking at it earlier just to make sure I had all my right ingredients because I still look at recipes even though I know this sauce by heart. I like to make sure that I review and I don't miss anything. And I was looking at it and I saw like 4 typos. So don't go look at it just yet. You have to wait till after. So I can go fix the typos, and don't leave here to go see the recipe. So we're gonna make some easy marinara sauce, and this was actually taught to me by a good friend, and I always wanted to know how to avoid. Hi, welcome in. I wanted to know how to avoid those canned and jarred pasta sauces that have so many additives that you don't need. Added salts, added sugars, all those sorts of things. So I always wanted to know how to make my own, but I wanted something that was yummy. I actually wanted something that tasted like the jar, but I didn't want it in the jar, and I wanted to be in control of my own ingredients. And so she taught me this marinara sauce, and it's super, super simple. So I want to pass that knowledge on to you guys. So I have my stove on, kind of a medium low actually right now. Put this over here so you can see. You can see. This is gonna, if you like this is gonna be like a staple for you because it's so easy to make, and you can freeze it and keep it in your freezer and it lasts for a very long time, like freeze it in mason jars. And everybody's so impressed when you whip out your own. That's right, that's for sure, Natalie. I like your name, by the way, Natalie. Yeah, if you can't pronounce the ingredients, don't eat it. No, I'm not Italian. I am not Italian. Sorry, I had to reach across my camera there. Mostly, well, I'm a Heinz, what do they say, Heinz 57 or something like that, but most of my heritage is American Indian, so. Okay, so in the pan right now, I have 3 cloves of garlic. Oh crap, you can't see. Yeah, 57, that's right. There we go. I have 3 cloves of whole garlic. Now I've taken the skins off and I have crushed them just a little bit so they will release the flavor. You're actually going to leave those whole in the bottom of the pan and you're going to heat them. Once they started heating, which I already had started doing that before I came on the scope, so it takes like 3 to 4 minutes. Hey Lolita, I missed you during the day, girl. And once you're going to do that, you're going to put in about 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil right down into the pan. And I'm sorry, this is washing out here on my iPhone. I used a white pan so you could see what I was doing, and you can't see what I'm doing because of the stupid whatever happens on the camera. Anyway, so you're going to do that, and then you're going to take these and you're just going to gently give them a stir around, and they're going to start to sizzle a little bit. I know, I've been missing you too. They're going to start to sizzle a little bit. So you can't see what's going on in the pan, but you just have to trust me that there's olive oil and garlic down in there. And again, I'll say it again, we need smell-o-scope because it smells amazing already. You're going to let those go sizzly for a little while in there. So how many of you make your own marinara sauce? Hey, Mary. How many of you make your own marinara sauce? Do any of you make your own marinara, an own pasta sauce? Yes, use your imagination if you will. This is like the Willy Wonka of pasta sauce making. Hopefully you'll be able to see it when the red gets in there. You don't make your own. Okay, so now you never. Okay, this is if maybe you don't eat pasta, that's why you never make it. Your mom would kill you if you didn't. That's awesome. I love it. You need to do a scope so I can see you. Use some tonight from a jar. Hey, it's good to see you here. It's a newbie. You mean a newbie to cooking or a newbie to me? Because if you're a newbie to me, I can reintroduce myself again. When I do a scope at night, I always get all kinds of new people that don't see me during the day because I scope during the day mostly. I do a lunch show, so lunch with Leslie. I did an amazing show today. I'm sorry, that is like tooting my own horn, and I can't believe I just said that out loud. But if you have not seen my show from today, it was actually a really fun scope, and you should go watch the replay. But if you have time, because it was a long scope too. And then I did a blab with, I was interviewed by Jennifer Quinn today, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Oh, good. That's awesome. I'm so glad you've been to the site. So see that, how that's, let's see, the camera will do it. Catch up, camera. Catch up. There's a little, oh, I just dropped it on the ground. 3-second rule. I know my kitchen floor is clean. That's hilarious. That is so funny that I just did that. So you guys can't see, and it's not going to. It gets a little brown coating on it, and that's exactly what you want to happen, okay? I know. Thank you, Marcy. And you guys follow Marcy, because Marcy does really fun and great scopes too. So yes, they get a little bit of a crispy brown, and the olive oil is just sizzling just slightly. I'm actually going to reduce the heat a little bit. The next ingredient that you're going to do, and it's crucial that you, yeah, she does great scopes. It's crucial that you do this in this order. Now, we eat all organic. If you watch my scopes, you know that I preach organics. In fact, last week before last, I talked nothing about except organics. And when I do buy things that are pre-packaged, I actually buy them in glass. I try not to buy them in cans because I don't want the exposure to the BPA. So this is in glass, and if you think I'm a nutcase, I'm sorry. You don't have to do that. That's just how I roll. So this is organic tomato paste. Now, this is one of the things that I would highly recommend that you buy organic. If you're going to buy anything organic, organic tomatoes that are pre-packaged like this is super important, okay? And buying it in glass even ups the ante a little bit as well. And I'm not going to make my own paste, so this is easier for, yeah, no salt added. Okay, I don't know if these have salt or not. They probably do. It just says ingredient organic tomato paste. There is a little sodium, so you hear that sizzle? You hear that? That's what you want. Now, if your heat is too high, it's going to sizzle all over you and you don't want that to happen. So you want a nice low temperature heat. And if you don't have one of these spoons that I have in my hand, you should go get one, and I'll show it to you in just a second, although it's going to be dirty, so. Nice little sizzle going in there. It can get kind of messy. Oh my God, get it out of the jar for reals. It's like the never-ending jar. Oh my gosh, this is so easy, Lolita. I'm telling you, you have to go and try this. The recipe is on my website, but you can't look at it right now because it has too many typos, and I need to go fix it. I must have been like super tired when I did that one. When I get tired, my dyslexia kicks in. So, and I'm not kidding. I'm a severe dyslexic. So if you see my typos a lot, that's not because I'm ignorant or haven't been to school or anything like that. It's because I have a learning disability. So, all right, so this spoon, hold on, I need to stir this and then I'll show you the spoon. So you want to give this a gentle stir until all of the paste kind of mixes with the oil that's in the bottom. Again, it's super crucial. It's a whole bottle, a whole jar of tomato paste. That's right. So easy, this recipe. I'm telling you, so easy. You know me, I only do easy recipes. Yep, smell-a-scope. We need smell-a-scope. My garlic is nice and browned right now. So yummy. All right, let me try to wipe off this spoon so I can show you what it is. because I don't want to stick a dirty spoon up in your grill here. So one end, it's just a normal wooden spoon. You can see how much I've used it. I love the spoon. The other end is a little tiny spoon to get into little bitty jars like this. This is the most amazing wooden spoon ever created. It's made by Mario Batali. It is an amazing, amazing spoon. I love it, love it, love it. I don't sell them. I'm not promoting this. I'm just telling you that it's an amazing spoon. You can buy them online. Mario Batali. It's an amazing spoon. It is genius. When I saw it, I have a wooden spoon fetish anyway. Thanks for inviting followers. I have a wooden spoon fetish anyway. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I love this. Yeah, Mario Batali. Hold on. Right. Can you see that? No, you can't see that either. Dang. I know. I know. I love wooden spoons too, Marcy. So funny. Hola, hola. So, Mario Batali, B-A-T-A-L-I. It's right there on the spoon. I can spell it for you because it's right there on the spoon. So you want this paste to heat up. Here's really something super important. You want to stir it almost the whole time. That I can stir and talk. Look at that. Thank you. You want this paste to actually heat up, but you don't want it to burn. That's the champagne again, is it? So you don't want it to burn. Because if it burns, it's kind of nasty. So you wanna totally keep that from happening. Yes, that's who it is. You can find it. If you type in his name and wooden spoon, you'll find this spoon. They're like $12, but it is amazing. So so you do not want it to burn. So that's about as long. You just want it to heat up, mix with the oil and mix with the garlic so that you can, hey, I can cook too. Hey, I can cook too. What's your name? I love your screen name, but I don't know your for real name. Yeah, so there you go. So the next thing that's going to go in is, I'm going to move this off the heat because I don't want it to burn. Here are, hey, Tasha, is that right? Did I say it right? Tasha? Tasha? I'm bad at pronunciation of names. Again, it's that dyslexic thing. And I'm not kidding. It's totally that. So these are made by an amazing company. I love this company. Oh, good, good. These are diced tomatoes. These are just 100% only organic tomatoes. They are in a glass jar. This is actually kind of hard to find. If you can only find it in a box or in a can, then that's fine. These actually came from natural grocers, but I think you can find these at Whole Foods as well. Okay, got it, for Natasha. Okay, Tasha. So I'm going to have to go check her out. I don't know that I have. Maybe I have, and I just don't recognize the name. So so these are amazing. So you're going to put, I'm going to put this back on the heat, and you're going to do 2 jars of this, okay? So as basically what you want is you want about 30 ounces or so of diced tomatoes, okay, with nothing else added. You just want the diced tomatoes. You don't want anything else added to them. Plus, these make amazing jars to restore your salsa in, your marinara in after you've actually cooked it. So just think about it like that. Another good reason to buy glass. I reuse a lot of my glass jars. Did you see that splatter? Oh my God, it splattered everywhere. I reuse a lot of my glass jars. So that's just gonna go in. Again, this is very crucial that you get it in this order, okay? It's just super, I can't even talk about more than I already have how crucial it is that things go in this pot in this order. So you can see that this makes a fair amount. Oh, thank you, you're sweet. You see that this makes a fair amount. This is a big pot. See my hand, sort of. You can kind of see my hand. This is a big pot. So this makes a fair amount of salsa. Now, I keep saying salsa, but I mean marinara. So this makes enough for us. This makes probably about 2.5 to 3 times if we're going to have pasta. I know, I have salsa on the brain. Maybe I need to make some salsa too. This is 2.5, 3 times. If we're going to make pasta, if I use it for other things as well, I like it just on Actually garlic first, get that hot, then oil, then the paste, and heat that, and then the diced tomatoes. Thank you for putting that up there. Yes, so, but we don't eat a whole lot of pasta. I actually like this on vegetables. I use it, sometimes I use it on an appetizer like a bruschetta or something like that, or like little pizza things, or, you know, something of that nature. But I like marinara sauce on just about anything. Who doesn't? Honestly, who doesn't? And when it's this easy, it just makes everything swing along perfectly. But I like to make it ahead of time. So this is not our dinner tonight. This is spiral zucchini. Oh my gosh, spaghetti squash. Yum, yum, yum. You guys, if you've not tried spaghetti squash, it's so easy. I should teach you how to do it. It's so easy and so yummy. Yeah, love, love, love me some spaghetti squash. I actually like spaghetti squash with just diced tomatoes though. Okay. So now we have that in there. So yummy. So here are your 2 herbs that you're going to use, okay? This is about 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. Now this is fresh parsley. I do not recommend that you use, it's like 89 cents for a big old bunch like this. Look at, or organic even, parsley. I keep mine in water in the fridge. I put parsley on almost every meal that I eat. And you should be asking me, why do you do that, Leslie? I really do. I eat a lot of parsley. I try to eat like at least a teaspoon a day. It's very medicinal. So this is about 2, do you? I absolutely love parsley. It's so good. Yay, good for you. Oh, I'm jealous, Lolita. See, you say you're all, oh, I'm going to get up there and make my own, but parsley is so, so good for you. People overlook it all the time. You guys are good tonight. But yes, so you lose a little nutrient as you cook it here, but it really adds a really great flavor. So fresh parsley, do not do dried parsley. I only recommend fresh. On the other end of the spectrum down here, I have 2 tablespoons of finely chopped basil. You got the green colored hearts. That's right, it matches. Look, we all match. You look so pretty next to the herbs. So let me just give you a tip about basil. Basil is one of those herbs that either you love it or you hate it. My husband hates it. He hates basil. But you know what his absolute favorite spaghetti sauce in the whole world is? This. This is his favorite spaghetti sauce. So let me just give you a tip if you have a picky eater. When you have a picky eater, I highly recommend that you do not do big chunks of anything. All right? I know, right? Thank you for putting that up there. Absolutely. I recommend that you do not do big chunks of anything. This does not change the flavor profile because these are small little pieces in here, okay? I put in 3 cloves of garlic. 3 cloves. Yep. But because I mince it and make it small, then it is easier and more palatable for somebody who is sensitive to a flavor like this. Now, he can't pick out the basil. He doesn't go, oh my gosh, I can taste the basil, but it is in there and he knows it's in there. But if I make it small like this, then it helps him get through his not liking basil. So he can't stand the way it smells when it's chopped. And it's my favorite smell in the world, so I love basil. I adore basil. Parsley, basil are like 2 staples in my diet. I love them, love them, love them. So the other thing I want to talk to you about herbs is that, I know. So the other thing I want to talk to you about herbs is that it is, I know, it's so good, is that when you're chopping herbs, you want to be careful because you can leave all of their flavor on, man, that's close to me tonight. You can leave all of their flavor right on the cutting board if you are going downtown crazy, chopping them like a crazy person, okay? So if you're in there with your chef's knife, you know, trying to do the chef, not very alluring, huh, Mary? He swears he divorced a woman over basil once. I'm not kidding. That's probably too much information, but anyway, that's so funny. So he's not a big food person. He's married to a foodie, which is so sad for him. Right? It's either you or the basil. That's the second time that you guys made me laugh out loud hard today. So, but when you go downtown crazy, right? When you go downtown crazy chopping your herbs, then what happens is you leave a lot of flavor on the cutting board. So you just want to go slow with them. You watch the chefs on TV and they're like chop, 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 chop. Okay, well that's fine and that looks great on TV, but I can tell you that your herb is much happier when you do not bruise it. So try not to bruise it. Use a really sharp knife to get those nice fine cuts. You can only do this kind of cut. I know I say that a lot, don't I? You can only get this kind of cut when you have a nice sharp knife. So make sure when you're cutting herbs that you're getting a nice sharp knife to do that with. So, all right, so here we go. Bingo bongo, all right down in here. Just like that. Then you're gonna give this a good stir. Now then, I'm not going to stay on the scope for the next 20 minutes while this heats and cooks, but for the next 20-30 minutes, I am going to leave this on a medium where it's not boiling or bubbling, but just where it's nice and warm. So that is going to let all of the flavor profiles soak up together. I'm going to leave the garlic in there, and what I'm going to do is when I jar it, I'm going to try to keep one garlic bulb in each jar. Now you want to remember that that garlic bulb is in there because it's a whole garlic bulb, and you don't want to be having a fancy pants, I made my own spaghetti sauce dinner with friends or something, and somebody bite in, or even your kids, bite into a huge bulb of garlic because they're going to be like, what the hey-ho are you doing to me? So, so you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you fish those garlic bulbs out, but I do try to leave one in each jar. I know, I'm pulling them all out tonight, aren't I, Mary? So I want you to make sure that you're leaving at least one bulb in each jar if you can figure that out. Now, sometimes that doesn't always happen. I think I've got one in each jar, but I've got like all three in one jar. But if you can do that, great. But yeah, so leave that in there. That's going to help as the sauce sets up. This sauce is fine. If you wanted to serve it after 20, 30 minutes, you could serve it. And it's fine if you want to do that. It's ready to go. But I will tell you, after it's sit in the fridge for like 24 hours or 48 hours or a week, it's even better. The flavor profiles really set up and they are amazing. So, and that's it. That is how easy it is to make your own marinara sauce. Oops, nope, too high, too high. Did you see it popping? This stove is kind of fairly new for me. I'm used to cooking on gas and not electric, so I'm still learning my way around this stove a little bit. I mean, I've had it for a year, but, well, anyway, whatever. I'm sticking to my excuse. And you can cover this if you want to keep it from splattering all over the place like it just did on me. You can cover it, which I think is a good idea at this point. So there you go. Super, super easy spaghetti sauce. Your family's going to love it. I have a very picky eater. He adores it. It is his favorite spaghetti sauce. Out of like, I could put like 10 jars out and he would still pick mine every single time. So it's an amazing sauce. And somebody said you could use it over spiral zucchini. You can use it over spaghetti squash. You can use it over pasta if you eat pasta. It's great to dip bread in, but don't tell anybody I said that. It's great over vegetables. It's great over a lot of stuff, and it's an easy, easy thing to cook with. So lasagna, if you make your own lasagna or anything like that, I love eggplant parmesan. This is amazing. I don't even eat the noodles with it. I just like the eggplant grilled or baked with this over it. Heck yeah, sign me up. It's still boobling. So there you go. Do you guys have any questions? Can I help you with anything? Any tips, any tricks, anything else that you want to say tonight before I sign off of my afternoon, or excuse me, my evening scope? It's almost 7 o'clock here, so we already had dinner. I have to tell you, I had an amazing day today, and I can't wait to tell you. I can't tell you yet, but I can't wait to tell you what's going down with Go-To Kitchens. It's super exciting. So how long does it keep? That's okay. Just let them think that you've gone nutty, Lolita. I mean, seriously, people thought I did, and slowly but surely my family is seeing the difference in Robin and I. I mean, they can physically see the difference. They know that I had cancer, of course, and they can see that, I mean, really, you had cancer? I mean, and nobody ever, I mean, not a million years do most people ever know that I ever had cancer. They would never guess it because I'm like the healthiest person that everybody knows. And that's because I changed my lifestyle. I mean, I was talking with someone today about womanly things, and we were talking about our monthly cycles, and she was saying hers was really irregular. And I said, mine's always been irregular my whole life. I'm going to answer your question, so give me just a second about how long does it keep. And we were talking about that, and I said since I've started my new health journey, it's like clockwork. I know on a calendar when it's going to start. So it makes a huge difference. And so slowly but surely my family is transforming themselves. My mom and dad just spent a week with us. I saw them make huge changes because they ate right for 1 week. And my dad said to me, we've been eating like this for just 1 week and I feel so much better. And I was like, yes. And so they have ditched everything that they were doing before. They're eating all organics. My dad eats sauerkraut every day like I do. My mom is liking kombucha. I mean, it's like a miracle has happened, and I'm so excited because it's transforming. I mean, it transforms everything. People think it's just a lot of work. That's amazing. I love it, Mary. Love, love, love it. People think that it's a lot of work, but I promise you it's a lot more work being sick. It is a lot more work feeling tired. It is a lot more work losing your energy at 7 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is a lot more work to go through life with your brain, you know, in a fog all the time, or your body not doing what it's supposed to do, or living with constipation or diarrhea. Trust me, that is a lot more work than living a healthy lifestyle. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So how long does the marinara keep? I've circled back around now. So the marinara will keep in the freezer. I don't know, because we eat it so fast, but I'm guessing it would stay 6 months in a freezer. I'm just going to use freezer jargon and say 6 months. Probably longer than that, honestly, but don't say I said that. So yeah, so I'm thinking that it's going to last a pretty good long time in the freezer. In the fridge, I've kept mine in there a couple of weeks. You may not want to do that, and I understand that, but I've kept mine in a couple of weeks and used it. Yeah, so it lasts for a long time. Well, he's 4, Lolita. He's going to hate everything, or she. I don't know if it's he or she, but they're going to hate everything. They'll come around. Kombucha is amazing. Kombucha is an amazing drink that is transformative. I mean, it is, I always say a kombucha day keeps the laxative away, but it also keeps the diarrhea away too. So if you're suffering from anything like that, a kombucha can actually really help you with those digestive issues. So I was just talking, remember when I did my scope in front of the kombucha case? I was just talking to the manager yesterday, and we were talking about how much the price has gone down on pre-bottled kombucha. Yeah, yes, yeah, I was the one with the grocery store scope with the kombucha, that's right. Yep, that was me. So, but I was talking to the manager of that grocery store yesterday, and we were talking about the price of kombucha and how much it's come down. So 6 months ago when I would buy it, a bottle of kombucha was almost $5. It was expensive. It was expensive. And now, because it's going mainstream and the company GT, that's where it's Synergy, you're still trying to, so I'm going to help you with that. Hold on just a second. Aw, Mary, really? You're going to make me cry. Don't make me cry. I don't like to cry on scopes, but that's amazing. I love that. Thank you for saying that. That is my goal, actually, so thank you for saying that. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. That means more to me than anything ever, any dollar amount, anything that anybody could ever say to me. That is just precious. So thank you for saying that. Sorry, excuse me. Got to get my composure. I know, right? Oh my goodness. I'm known to cry on Periscope, so don't be surprised. That's awesome. I love it. So that's why you stick around, I guess, because of that scope, right? So I was going to talk to somebody about their kombucha and acquiring a taste for it. So what I want you to try to do is I want you to start light. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. That's very sweet, Lolita. I love you. You guys make my day every single day. So, and I took you to Hawaii. That's right. I wish I could. Maybe one day, Mary, I'll take you to Hawaii. For real, not on a scope, but for real. So, talking about acquiring a taste for kombucha, I agree totally, because when you first start drinking it, it tastes kind of vinegary. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about buying a brand called Kavita or Kavetta. Hold on, I'm grabbing one. Hold on, I'll be right back. So I don't want you, I'm sorry, I was digging out of my refrigerator. So, because I do walk the walk. I mean, I talk the talk, but I'm telling you, I walk the walk to the T. So maybe I am going to stay on until this is gone, until this is ready. So this is a brand, okay? This is a sparkling probiotic drink is what they call it. This is going to get your palate ready to accept stronger versions of kombucha. So one of the big mistakes that people make with all of their health journey is they try to jump in with 2 feet. And I always say you need to act like it's the kiddie pool and it's cold. So you need to put your toes in first and you need to go, woo, it's cold, or woo, I'm not sure I like this, I'm not sure I can do this. And then you need to slowly adopt habits. So if you're buying kombucha that is like serious kombucha, like no flavor in it whatsoever, or has like a ton of the probiotic in the back, you know, that has like tons of probiotic in the bottom and seems kind of gross and weird, then I want you to think about buying something like this. This is one of my favorites if you like mango. This is a mango coconut. It tastes very much like a flavored tea, this does. So if you like a flavored tea with a little sugar, this is actually a very good starter brand. So have you? Oh my gosh, I should have scoped it and I didn't. I was too interested in asking a million questions, but I got fresh brewed kombucha at this little market in Hawaii. It was so good, and I didn't want to scope it because then I'd be rubbing it in because you guys can't get it. So yes, so I would try a brand like this first. They have all different kinds of flavors. These are going to be much more benign than going downtown on a brand like, hold on, the GT brand or the Synergy brand is really the one that most people know. Hold on, I'm coming back, I swear. Is really the one that most people know, this brand, the Synergy brand. Sorry, trying to get my camera will accept this. This is the brand that most people know. This can be a little overwhelming for new kombucha drinkers. Okay, if you have a texture problem, these can be a little, or with your palate, this can be a little overwhelming. And so, you know, and brands that are like brewed close to home, they're going to be like really, really strong. So yeah, Synergy is good. It's good, but you have to you have to kind of develop a taste for it sometimes if it's new to you. So I will tell you though, I will give you a warning that once you develop a taste for it, it's addictive. And people don't believe me, but this stuff is addictive. You will think about this. So if you're a soda drinker, if you used to be a soda drinker or used to be even a beer or wine drinker on a daily basis, and you started drinking kombucha instead, you will start you can't wait till it's time for a kombucha. So, because these are things that you should do in moderation. Even though it's a health food, this is something that you should only be doing in moderation. This is not something that you should be drinking. Oh, good for you. This is not something that you should be drinking like 3 or 4 times a day, because if you do and you're new at it, you're going to have the poops. You're going to be sitting on the toilet a lot and you're going to have the poops and you're going to be cussing me saying, Leslie said I should drink kombucha. So please do this in moderation. And I would suggest, even if you're brand new to it, that you're only drinking half a bottle or about 4 ounces, and then you work your way up to a full bottle or full 8 ounces. This may be more. This is 15 ounces actually. So, but this is a great brand to start with. This is where when I'm coaching someone personally, when I'm coaching them one-on-one, this is where, this is the brand that I suggest that they start with. Is it the best brand? No, it's not the best brand. Is it a good starter brand? It absolutely is a good starter brand. You know, when you start getting home brews or brews that are closer to home, or brews that you're doing yourself, those are absolutely the best that you can get. I do not brew my own kombucha. I want to learn how to do it. I'm waiting for somebody close to me to say, hey, Leslie, I would love to teach you how to make kombucha. So, and then you can bet your bottom dollar we'll be scoping that. Good, good, good. Rolga, is that how you say your name? Did I say that right? Rolga? Rolga? Not very good at rolling my R's, unfortunately. Yeah, so give it a try again because it is so good for you. It's so, so good for you. The probiotics, the reason we drink kombucha is because the probiotics are actually, oh, good, good. Rolga, I will try to remember your name, but you may have to remind me if you see me on a scope again because I'm not very good at that. So please forgive me. Anybody, please forgive me. I'm not super great at that. I'm focused on content that I don't tend to remember names. So I apologize for that. So, but yes, so it's kombucha is so good for your gut. I do not take a supplement of probiotics at all because I either have a kombucha, I have some type of fermented food every single day, which would be a kombucha or a sauerkraut or a kefir or something like that. So, and my gut health is amazing, I think. I'm pretty sure. I can tell by the toilet that my gut health is good. So, for the first time in my life, actually, I have struggled with constipation my entire life. And I can't believe I'm cooking and talking about constipation, but I am. There it is. I've struggled with it my entire life. And now, thanks to the supplements I was taking of probiotics and now the fermented foods, it's a thing of the past. I don't even stress about it. So yes. Okay, so this sauce is actually about ready. I know, right? So we go right from that talk to back to the sauce talk. Now this is going to be a little thinner than what you're going to get in a store. If you want it to be thicker, then you need to add another can or a jar of paste. That's my suggestion. If you like your sauce a little bit thicker, then you need it to add another jar or can of paste, and that will thicken it up. I will tell you, after it sits in the refrigerator, it will get a little bit thicker, but as soon as you warm it up, it's going to get thin again. So sometimes if you're adding meat, that helps. We tend to do a little, if we're going to have it over spaghetti, like actual pasta, which is kind of rare for us, but if we do that, then I do add a little grass-fed beef to that, and it's amazing, amazing. It's so good. I'll show you. Hold on. I didn't even show you. I stirred it and didn't show you. So see? Can you see it? Isn't it beautiful? Looks better than anything you get out of a jar or a can, I guarantee you. And so good for you. Tomatoes are actually better for you when they're cooked. They release their lycopene. So lycopene is super good for fighting cancer, especially prostate cancer. It's good for men's health. It's good for estrogen balancing. Lycopene is an amazing thing. But tomatoes, they have them when they're raw, but they actually release more when they've been cooked. So cooked tomatoes are actually one of those foods that I say are like super healthy and super good for you. So, okay, now I really am gonna go because I have been working since 6:30 this morning. So I think 12 and a half hours today is enough. And so, but I did want to bring this scope to you. I've actually done this scope before, but I think every time I make it, I'm going to scope it again because there's always new people that have never seen it. So, so yeah. And this recipe is on my website, Go To Kitchens. Yeah, thank you. It's very nice to meet you. Yeah, I'll see you later. GoToKitchens.com. This recipe is under Easy Marinara, but don't look at it till tomorrow because I need to go correct a few typos. I actually left out a whole ingredient, so I need to go fix it and fix a couple of typos before you guys go look at it. But this recipe is there, and there is actually a video there as well with the woman who taught me how to make it. So there's a hands-on video. Thank you. That's so sweet for you to put up. I love you. You're amazing. Okay, so I'm going to scat and go have an evening with my husband, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Please try to catch me noon, Lunch with Leslie, noon Mountain Time, so that's 11 Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern, Lunch with Leslie every weekday. We're talking about salads this week, and we're going to continue that tomorrow. So, and then on Friday, I'm going to do a salad with you guys that is a black bean salad that's going to knock your socks off. It's so good. So good. It's one of my favorite salads. So I say that about every salad, I think. That's my favorite salad. So, all right, you guys have a good evening. Know that I love you. Know that I only want you to be well and be healthy, and I want to help you get there if you're on that journey. So, all right, talk to you later. Bye.